Welcome to Kletus Ray's Roadside Service. This is your host, Kletus Ray. We're leaving the place. I was talking about doing it yesterday, and I'm doing it today. I'm leaving the place where I'm hauling a box of has out of this place, and I'm gonna take it over to Hannibal, Missouri. There's a place called Green America over there where they do recycling and stuff. It's right along the river. Illinois is a baseball throw away. Actually, I'm not a baseball throw for me. It's more like I don't even know if a BB gun would make it over there. That's a wide river right there. I don't know. Maybe a BB gun, if I point it up at the sky, I wonder if the BB would make it all the way to the other side. And if it did, I would have no idea. So we'll go ahead and say it does. Oh man, oh man, oh man. I wasn't sure if I wanted to start the podcast first or listen to a couple of podcasts first, and I just want to talk to you guys. I'm a morning guy, anyways. I like being awake in the morning, talking. I've got so much energy, especially when I got such a great night's sleep. Went to bed at like 8 o'clock last night and the night before. I did throw up yesterday. That was weird. The kids were freaking the fuck out. They've never seen Dad throw up. I haven't thrown up in over 2 years. So they were scared. I don't know what happened. I got home and I sat on the couch and I was just hanging out. Everything was fine. I felt fine. And then I was playing Fortnite with the son, because that's what I do. And he might think that I threw up just to get out of playing Fortnite. I don't know. But we were playing Fortnite, and then the wife had made some food, and maybe it was her food. I don't know. It was good food. I don't even know what it was. I didn't eat anything. I wasn't hungry. And I just got nauseous and then threw up. But not a lot. It was just like a little bit, and I was like, wow, don't like that. And then brushed my teeth and went back to being normal. Everything was fine after that. I don't know. It might have had something to do with them hard-boiled eggs I got from the truck stop. But you would think if it was the hard-boiled eggs, it would have been a little sooner than last night, because I ate at noon yesterday. I don't know. Also, I went to the landfill and I had to stomp around in some nasty fucking shit at the liquid pit. Not the regular face. The regular face has nasty shit in it too, but I was at the liquid pit and they had like tar. I don't know. Some sort of liquidy tar mud shit that stinks so fucking bad. And there was no way to walk around it. I had to walk right through it. So my boots got covered in the shit. I mean, my boots always get covered in shit anyways. Like, I didn't really think too much about it. I was like, I smell bad. I should probably hose my boots off. But that was about it. But I get back to the shop, and I'm sitting in the office, and I'm doing paperwork, and people are like, you fucking reek. I'm like, I know. I'm sorry. If y'all wouldn't send me to the fucking places that stinks so goddamn bad, maybe I wouldn't stink so fucking bad. Sorry, I'm doing your fucking work, man. Yeah, I'm going the wrong way. Yep, this is the wrong way. I was supposed to turn there. I thought about putting the GPS on. I was like, nah, I'll be alright. And now I'm going the wrong way. I was like, oh, I'm going the right way. Nope, not going the right way. Damn it. Oh well, this is all I got to do today, and anything that makes it last a little bit longer, I'm kind of cool with. Because getting them hours in is nice, but this ain't going to be an hour's worth of extra shit. This is just annoying right here. But I don't have to deal with I-35 traffic in the real fucking bad area, so I think I'll be alright. So anyways, I'm in there. They're like, your boots look fucked up. They don't have a defined heel. I'm like, yeah, they do. And I pull it up, and it's fucking full of shit. But I'm like, there's a defined heel in there, I promise. Because you're supposed to have a defined heel for the railroad. It's kind of hot in here. I'm going to go ahead and turn some of this AC on. Can't do the windows. It's so windy and loud. I just can't do the windows. So she's like, yeah, you're going to need new boots. I'm like, okay, well, I can't really get new boots right now. I don't think. She's like, well, I'll give you the boot voucher now, and you can get them whenever you want. I'm like, okay. And then I talked to the wife just to make sure we're not going to like put ourselves into some sort of issue. I get a $150 boot voucher, which you're like, oh, you can buy boots for $150. Not really. I mean, you can. There's definitely boots out there for less than $150. But if they're giving you $150, I can get a $220. I'm turning here. Whoops. Sorry. I knew I was in the wrong lane. I'm sorry, fucking Cadillac. I could get a $220 pair of boots for, a super discounted rate. So I got me a really nice pair of boots. And yeah, the wife was okay with it. Got off work, had the boot voucher, went straight to the boot store. But I had already swapped because I had that black shit all over my pants and my shirt, so I had and my hat too, because I got on my hands and I picked up a hat. So I had the office lady give me 4 brand new T-shirts, which is always nice. 2 brand new hats, one blue and gray and one just blue. Love it. And then I went and I swapped out my pants at work also, and I got completely changed and I put on tennis shoes and I went to the boot store because I knew I might be trying on some boots. And this is where you make your mistake when you walk in there. I have a boot voucher. It has the dimensions that you're supposed to have. It's supposed to have over a 6-inch ankle or 6 inches high or whatever. It's supposed to be lace-ups, and it's supposed to have a defined heel of over 3/8 of an inch or something like that. And they have a BNSF A-OK'd boot aisle. And so I walk in there, and I'm like, yeah, I just need some boots. Yeah, my old ones, they got a little worn out, and I love those boots, but they just got a little too ragged. I've had them for a while. And they have to be railroad approved. And they're like, oh, okay. And they're like, here's our railroad section. And they bring me to the railroad section. And I hate all those fucking boots. Okay? I am not a fan of any of the boots that the BNSF has approved. I don't like them. They either look like Tonka toys. One of them, I think, has a light up fucking heel. Like, what the hell? Like, I don't want no light up fucking shoes. God damn it. And the other one, yeah, they're all just like rubberized, fucking shitty looking. I don't know. I didn't like any of them. Or they're like the cheapest boot you could possibly get for like $60. I'm like, no, I'm not doing that. Those aren't going to feel good at all. So I walked down the aisle and they're like, well, you have to get railroad approved. I'm like, I know. Just the ones in the BNSF area are not the only railroad approved ones, okay? They're all over your store. And the guy just had no idea. But there are some boots that are completely flat on the bottom, and I really don't like those. But I'm like, I'm not going to get those. I'm going to get one with a fucking heel and a lace-up, and that's really all that matters other than steel toe and 6-inch. But every boot out here, as long as it's not a fucking shoe, it's going to be a 6-inch fucking from the bottom of the heel to the top of the deal. Anyways, the guys, they were really pressuring me to not get the boot that I wanted. They were like, yeah, well, it needs to be railroad. I'm like, hey, hold on. You got a tape measure, buddy? Measure this fucking, is that what you're worried about? Is the fucking heel? Measure it up, dude. and he had to go make phone calls to his supervisor or whatever. He's like, hey man, so he needs BNSF approved. I'm like, railroad approved. He's like, BNSF approved, and he wants to get one that's not BNSF approved. He's like, do you? And the guy was like, are you a fucking dumbass? As long as they're not like checking receipts, it doesn't have to be those boots. It just, those are boots that will work. And yeah, I got my fucking boots. Yeah, I'd like to get on the fucking highway. You fucks. Jesus Christ. Y'all fucking just sneaking up my fucking backside and taking every time my lane would open up that I could get over, these fucking Kias and Hyundais are fucking running up my goddamn left side. I can't get over. I got in there now. I'm just back of the line when I would have been front of the line. You fuckheads. Nobody wants to be behind a truck anyways. So, yeah, the guy, he's like, okay, yeah, you can have those boots as long as they measure out. I'm like, measure them, dude. Measure them. These have way bigger of a heel than even needed. It's not those fucking high heel looking boots either. I'm not walking around like that. What the hell is that for? That's for short people to look taller. I don't know. They got the high fucking heel. It's like a 3-inch heel. Like, Jesus Christ, I ain't doing that. I just want like a normal fucking boot, yo. So I got these, the Georgia boot. I don't know if I've ever had Georgia boot before. I'm not one of those guys that buys the same exact boot every single time. I'm not, I don't know. I'm always thinking, oh, I'll find something better. There are boots that I do like, and the boots that I would buy, that I have bought multiple of, are all slip-ons. I really like having nice slip-on boots. I like to be able to sit on the couch and fucking just kick off the boots and be okay. The lace-ups, but my other lace-ups, they had like 3 rungs that you're supposed to like hook and lace, and I would only ever do the bottom one. And now I got these ones, they have 5 rungs, and so I only do 3 of them. I don't know. I like a tall boot, but I like it to not be super fucking tight around my ankle. I like a little bit of support, but not that much support. But I like them being that tall. You know, because I don't know. I'm weird. I'm a weirdo. Okay. I'm being picky with my boots, but I really wasn't even all that picky. I just grabbed these ones. I was like, they're mostly leather. I have mink oil at home. I'm gonna fucking scrub into them, and they're gonna look nice and good and be protected. And they say they're waterproof. I'm gonna do my best to not find out if they're waterproof. Because I'm always disappointed every single time, except for my last pair of boots. Those are the only ones that said they were waterproof, and I've been all the way up to, the laces in water, and nothing got in my boot. I was like, that is fucking sick. I like that. That's awesome. We're back on track, by the way. We're back on the highway where we were supposed to be. We would have been fucking down by my exit by now if I would have fucking gone the right way. Just kidding, my exit's like 50 miles away. Dude, I almost cheated yesterday. I got so fucking close. I went to Love's, and I walk around, and I'm looking, they have no hard-boiled eggs. And I'm like, God damn it. That's the only reason I come here, is for the hard-boiled eggs. And then even the hot dog fixins area, they didn't have any of the onions or the relish or anything out there. I was like, God damn it. Oh, they ain't got eggs, so it doesn't really fucking matter. And I go over to their warmer, and they have fucking paninis, okay? Love's, you're stepping your game up now, okay? Because you used to just have fucking shit food and old breakfast burritos. That's all you ever had every time I've gone in there for lunch. Or a fucking Subway. Who wants Subway? Not me. Why are you hitting your brakes, you fucking fuckhead? You about got rear-ended, you stupid son of a fucking dog lover. Daughter of a fucking fancy's mom. Anyways, I totally lost my train of thought. I almost hit a man on the side of the fucking road because he's standing in the lane. I have nowhere to go, and he's standing in the lane, waving his arm. It's like, I have nowhere to go. What are you doing? Get out of the fucking road. Like, don't hit me. Don't hit me. Get out of the fucking way, and I won't fucking hit you. I come over the top of a hill. I can't see shit. The sun's in my eyes, and then you're standing right there. I'm supposed to fucking be able to. You're just standing. You're like waving your arm like you're a goddamn air traffic controller. You're like, move over. Move. I would love to move over, but by the time I'm able to move over, I'm like hitting a car. Okay, there's people in the left lane. You can't see them because you can't see to the left side of my truck. Fuck, dude, fucking dummy. I understand. Move over. Well, you're the only reason I need to move over. And if you just move your fucking body out of the fucking highway, that's a way to not get hit. It's you're like, I'm standing here. You better move. Like, I'm in a fucking truck, you fucking person. Jesus. And I always do my best to move over a lane whenever there's a broke down vehicle of any size, shape, or color. But sometimes there's just, you can't. And this time I barely could. I just ran the fucking dotted line and I got over enough. He could have fucking, if he had a key in his hand, he could have keyed the side of my truck. It would have ripped his hand off, but he could have probably scratched a little bit before being severely damaged. Anyways, jeez. Got me all rattled up. I need another drink of coffee. What were we talking about? The boot fucking guy? I don't know. So I got me a Georgia boot. I like them so far. They're pretty good. Every time I get a new pair of boots, I got to learn my parameters in my tiny Chevy Cruze. Because you are going to hit the brakes and the gas at the same time. Or the brake and the clutch. Something. Because it's really small. Like we have a Ford Festiva. We have a couple of them at the shop. And I tried to drive that thing with boots that I do have to wear. And my boots were just too wide. Like, every time I hit the gas, it was also clipping the brake. And so I had to twist my foot sideways in order to hit the gas and not the brake at the same time. And my Chevy Cruze is a little bit wider of a pedal area. So it was worked out, except for whenever I was turning into my work, I fucking slammed on my brakes on accident when I tried to hit the clutch to downshift. And yeah, so I'm learning. I'm getting there. You know, maybe take a Dremel to the side of my boot. I don't know. Maybe take a Dremel to my pedals in my car. But yep, I'm feeling pretty good about myself. Other than throwing up, I got brand new shirts, brand new hat, clean jeans, brand new boots, brand new hats. I think I said a couple of those a couple of times, but I like it. I'm wearing one of my new sets of underwear. It's the same exact as my old, but they're not as stretched out, so they're kind of nice. They're not riding up my fucking crotch, which is cool. Finding good underwear, that's just something you just don't want to talk to anybody about. You know, what kind of underwear? You want to wear my underwear? You want to wear my underwear? I don't even know what the fuck I wear. You want me to pull my pants down? You want to see my underwear? You want to watch me walk across the floor with my pants down? You say they breathe good? They have a ball pouch? How far down do your balls go in the ball pouch? Oh, I got to see. How big are your balls? Maybe your balls aren't the same size. Listen, you're not going to do that when you're shopping for underwear. You're just going to buy a whole pack You're going to try it out. If you don't like them, you just deal with it. That's just how it is. And I actually found a pair that I do like, and they do have a ball pouch, but it's not even a ball pouch. It's just like instead of, like my other underwear, if you're in your underwear and you sit on the couch and you spread your legs, like you're just sitting on the couch, crooked, just hanging out, playing on Facebook, whatever, and you spread your legs, your little wiener is going to pop out. There's going to be a whole gaping hole that you can see right into. Now, the ones I got now, I don't know what it's called, but it's got a double layer there. So if you're trying to get in there to jerk off with your underwear on, you got to fucking weave and bob, and then it's like they're not good jerk off a pair of underwear. Or if like your wife wants to reach in there and grab that one-headed dragon, one-eyed dragon, that was going to be cool. I was going to be kind of cool there. She's like, where is it? Just take these off. And it's like, all right, here you go. Take it off. It's soft right now, but just give it a couple of strokes, a couple of licks. It'll be the penis. I'm a grower, not a shower, okay? Very small, which comes in handy. I think that's part of evolution. My DNA is much better than everybody else's with the big old fucking soft cock, okay? You have big old soft cock, that thing is going to get hit on all kinds of shit. Mine, it's tiny when it's small, and it grows to about a baseball bat sized. Not the fucking top, the bottom. Whichever the top and bottom is, I don't know. You grab the bottom? Yeah, it's the bottom. Without that little fucking circle thing on it. It's a nice little hand grab. You guys don't want to hear about my fucking cock. I wanted to listen to fucking podcasts, okay? So you're lucky I'm even here. Okay? Listen to me talk about whatever I talk about. I was going to listen to a podcast because Tony Hinchcliffe, the guy that runs Kill Tony, the guy that's a pretty good comedian, even though I haven't really watched any of his specials. I like him on Kill Tony. That's what I like him. I like him on there and podcasts. And he went to the Trump rally at Madison Square Garden and called Puerto Rico a floating pile of trash in the ocean, which is funny. It's funny. And I'm starting to really come around to JD. Oh, JD, he's coming around to me. I wasn't too sure about him. I thought he was a fucking nerd when he had Hillbillyology. I haven't watched that show. I'm not going to watch that show. It's a book or a show. I don't know. Not going to do it. Maybe I will. If I have time to watch Hillbillyology, I have time to do all kinds of other shit. So anyways, I just listened to him on podcasts. I'm starting to come around to the guy. He's funny. He's good. He knows how to. He's a good talker. So JD comes out. He's like, "Hey, we all need to quit getting so upset every little thing." And I guess the guy that runs Puerto Rico was like, "Hey, I'm not gonna vote for Trump unless he apologizes." Like, hey, shut the fuck up, trash man. Shut the fuck up. Clean your shit up, okay? Your shit's fucking garbage. Clean it up. And vote for me. That's what Trump should say. Now, I don't know anything about Puerto Rico, but I know it's funny when somebody calls it a piece of trash and everybody gets upset about it. But I have no idea what the fucking place is. Anything really about it. But it's kind of cruise control. Time for cruise control. And yeah, I don't know. There's fallout over that. Like my radio station that I listen to, my talk radio in the mornings. When I barely ever listen to it, but I just happened to listen to it today. And yeah, every 15 minutes, Tony Hinchcliffe is on there saying, Puerto Rico is a pile of trash in the ocean. He says it different, but and I laughed every single time he said it. I was like, Jesus, this is so funny that everybody's so upset about a very mild fucking joke. And then I started thinking about it. I was like, okay, well, listen, yeah, we are recognizing that your place is fucking shitty, and maybe Trump would help you fix it up. Is Kamala going to help you fix it up? I don't know. She's in the White House right now. She could probably send over some aid. Like, hey, before you hit up Ukraine, stop by Puerto Rico and drop off some of that fucking money so they can fix that place up, and then go to Ukraine. You know, she could do something like that. She's in the fucking White House. She's the vice president, president-elect. Joe Biden doesn't know where the fuck he's at, who he's doing. He thinks he's Trump, I think. He was wearing the hat earlier. He's just like, ice cream, I like ice cream. Chocolate chips. So, yeah, Kamala, you can go ahead, you can take care of a lot of stuff right now. You're just not. Is Trump going to take care of those things? I don't know, but he's not in the White House right now. And I think he took care of quite a bit of shit when he was there. He just had some ill advisors that appointed some of the wrong people that he wasn't able to get the shit that he wanted to get done. If you get to become the president, don't you get to do what the fuck you want? Like, you're like, hey, let's try it this way. And Joe Biden got in there and he's like, hey, let's try it the way the people that are behind me pulling these strings, so let's do it their way. They said they're going to fucking kill me if I don't. I don't know. I don't want to get into too much politics, but I am really interested to hear about it. Hear about the fallout. The devil, Tony Hinchcliffe, being mean. How dare he be mean? I've seen him be mean, like actually mean on his show, and it's cringy. It's like, come on, like give him a break. But it's also like, I'm kind of glad there's somebody out there that's really not afraid to hurt anybody's feelings. Like, he's kicked people off. He's like, you're not even getting a small joke book. You're out of here. You are banned. It's like, wow, I would hate to be the guy getting banned. But also, it was not a good set. Sorry, dude. Now, I don't agree with that. I think it's funny to watch, but I don't agree with that. But, you know, if you're, you know, a guy's coming up to be a comic, he's never been on stage before, he's never done any jokes, he's never wrote anything down. He just going up there to try it out, and maybe he needed a big old fucking slap in the face to say, nope, stay in your lane, and this isn't it. Maybe that's what it was. Maybe it's a blessing in disguise. But, you know, I don't know. Or that's going to be fuel for him to go out to other clubs that he's not banned from and actually start making himself. And then he can go fucking wag his dick in Tony's face. Tony might suck it. Because Tony loves shit like that. I think he's a very interesting guy. He likes to be made fun of. Whenever people actually get him, it's actually... He enjoys it. He's one of those great comedians. It's really funny. What else went on yesterday? Let's see. I hauled the trash from that one place, and then everything went well with that. Where I left you off yesterday was right as I was dumping, I think. And everything came off just great. It was wonderful. I got out of there. Dropped the trailer off again. Was able to find a parking spot. Actually, number one spot. It's really weird. I've never had number one spot. Like the very first, as soon as you pull in the gate, the very first spot, boom, there. That's where it went. I didn't take number one spot at first. I drove all the way around because number one spot, you're blocking the gate when you're trying to back in the hole, and people do not appreciate being blocked in. So I drove all the way around to the back of the place. Could not find. There was not one spot open. So I went back to the front, and luckily the spot was still there. And I was like, all right, too bad, fuckheads. There's no other spot. You're gonna have to wait for me to back in here. And dropped the trailer, went back to the shop, and then I go he's like, hey, you're going to take a tanker truck. And so I go down to the tanker trucks. We have 3 of them down there. And only 2 of them have tractors hooked up. And one of them, I don't want to even touch that fucking truck. That's somebody else. Somebody else has been driving that truck a lot lately. And I'm like, I'm going to leave that alone. Because I don't want to have the wrath of that person upset that, because they just took it to the truck wash too. I'm like, I'm not gonna have that fucking shit happen to me. I'm not gonna go there, get that truck dirty, and then have to listen to that person bitch directly to me. So I grabbed the other truck, and the battery's completely dead. Completely dead. And the other trailer does not even have a tractor on it. And there's a couple of tractors running around the yard, but they're already hooked up to other trailers and all that shit. And people might be using them, and I'm like, I'm just going to get a jump pack for this one. So I called the mechanic. He walks the jump pack down. Not good enough. Walks another jump pack down. Not good enough. Walks a battery charger down. 2 jump packs and a battery charger. Not good enough. It was not enough to start this fucking truck. Now I'm starting to get worried. I'm like, oh no, this is not good. And I'm supposed to be like on the road going doing my job, and I'm not. I'm over here fucking with all these cables and shit everywhere, trying to get this fucking truck to start up, and it'll like crank over a couple of times super duper slow, and if it just hits, it'll be fucking good, but it would not hit. So I had to grab another truck that was a vac truck, and then find some jumper cables. The mechanic would not let me use the jumper cables that I had in the truck because they were too small. He said, those are going to melt. I'm like, I think they'll be fine. Like, they're going to melt. I'm like, I think they'll be all right. The jumper cables, like, are they, I don't know. But he wouldn't let me use them. So we had the mechanic, that poor guy, I mean, it's all his own fault. I'm like, hey, why don't you grab the fucking side-by-side or something and drive all this shit back and forth instead of, because he's walking, probably like 2 football fields each time he runs back up to the shop and back down to the lower building. And I'm like, dude, grab your fucking truck. Grab the side-by-side. Grab the forklift. Like, something. No, he wanted to do it the hard way. He wanted people to feel sad for him. So he walked back and forth 4 fucking times. And then he was trying to carry the shit back up to the shop after we got it started. We finally got it started after jump starting it with the other truck. And he was just trying to carry all the shit all at the same. 2 jump packs, a battery charger, and an extension cord, and a fucking jumper cables. And I was like, dude, I'm driving right by the fucking shop. Throw all that shit on the trailer, dude. Like, what are you doing? Are you not smart? What are you doing? So I grabbed all the shit off of him and I threw it on the trailer, and then I drove it up there and then offloaded it. He said, don't turn it off. I said, didn't plan on it. And then I start driving and I remember, oh, this is the fucking truck that fucks up all the time. And you have to turn it off, turn off the batteries and let it sit for like 10, 15 seconds, and then turn it back on, turn the batteries back on, then turn the key on, and hopefully the transmission issue isn't there, because it'll pop up 3 red lines on the right side of the dash, because it's a digital dash. It'll pop up 3 red lines, and that means whatever gear you're in, well, whatever gear selector you have, that's what you're in. So I was in drive, and I made it all the way to the landfill. After getting loaded, everything was fine. Oh, the landfill. Or not the landfill, the place where I got my shit. Well, I'll get into that in a second. I'll get into what I was about to talk about in a second. So I drive all the way out to Lawrence, and I get to the place, and they have the whole road shut down. So I can't get to the place. I have to go in the back gate, and I had to back up down this fucking neighborhood road. And, go in the back gate. The back gate's open. Usually you have to call somebody, or there's a security guard or something. Like they want to know that you're on the property. And there was nobody there. The gate was just open. So I pull in the gate, and I'm like, all right, well, I mean, I'm supposed to be here. I pull up to the scale. The scale says 64,000 pounds, and there's nobody on it. I'm like, well, that's not good. That needs to be zeroed out. So I pull up onto it, and I pulled up onto the scale just to see what it would do, and it said over capacity. So I backed off of it, went back in there, and I tried to hit the zeroed out button, all that shit. Nothing was working. I could not figure out how to work their scale. And then I go out and I sit in the truck, and I call the guy, a guy that I've never called before, and I'm like, hey, this is me, my name, where I'm coming from. I'm here to do this. Your scale is all fucked up. He said, I don't think we need a scale ticket. I said, okay. He's like, but I'm going to send a guy over to get you to lead you back to where you need to go. And before I could say, I already know, I know this place. I know where I'm going. Like, I didn't have time to even say that. He just hung up. So I sat there thinking, all right, well, whatever. This will be a wasted 5 minutes waiting for a guy to find a golf cart to run over to just tell me to go back over to where he fucking was. No, I sat there for 10 minutes. Still nobody. And I'm like, you know what? I'm just going to go. I already know where to go. So I drive over, all the way around, get all the way over there, back in, and I'm parked. And then the guy that's usually there is not there. And I'm like, well, fuck. Where is he? And then, I get in a position to back it underneath the pipe that loads you from the top, loads your tanker. And he comes zooming around the fucking corner. He looks very pissed off. And I get out. I'm like, hey, oh, I'm so sorry, man. He told me to wait, but I knew where I was going, but he's like, yeah, he told me it was a brand new guy that didn't know where the fuck he was going, and blah, blah, blah. And I was all the way at the top of the tower, and there's no elevator, so I had to take stairs all the way down in my full fucking bodysuit that I just put on to go up there just to check one thing. And before I could make it all the way to the thing, I get a call that you're here, and I had to come down immediately. And so I had to walk all the way down the stairs. I had to take this entire suit off, take my lock off, because I guess he had the lockout tag out, find the fucking golf cart and drive over to you, and then you're not even there. And I'm like, oh, he's like, I thought you were a new guy. I'm like, oh, I'm so sorry that you had to go through all that shit. I was just calling to say I'm here, and the scale was fucked up. He's like, okay, well, fuck. I'm like, sorry, dude, sorry. And anyways, we got loaded. Everything went fine. But without the scale, it's kind of, you don't know how much you're hauling. Now, there's no DOT scales on my way to the landfill, so I wasn't too worried about it. But they're really particular about how much they put in you. I mean, I don't think their gauge is very correct, but because you got to tap on the fucking glass to make it fucking move. But I was fine. And then I get to the landfill. I made it the whole way without the fucking transmission fucking up. As soon as I turned to go up the hill into the landfill, up to the scale, the fucking light turns on. And it says, oh, shit, you're fucked up. And I had to wait in a line. There's a line of trucks, and the one scale, everything ended up fine, but the one scale that I was trying to go to, I couldn't even get to it because I had to swing it way too wide. I had to take it super wide, or else I'd hit these fucking poles they put in the middle of their fucking parking lot for no reason. So I had to wait for this other line to get clear before my line would be clear. And then the line that was closed, because they have 3 scales there, the number 1 scale, the one that was closed, opened up, and I had to turn there. But I had to stay. I could not set my brakes, because if I set my brakes, it's going to go into neutral. If it goes into neutral, it would not go back into drive until I turn off the truck and everything. And I was like stressed out because I'm sitting there in line on a hill there's an open scale that is there for me, but I can't fucking make the corner. And then luckily the other scale opened up, and I had to pull in there and park. And then, but once I got on the scale, they make you get out of the truck, go over, and wait at the window. So I had to turn the truck off and turn the battery. I got out, turned the batteries off, turned the truck off. Oh, I also couldn't find my fucking manifest. I had like papers all over the fucking truck, and I was like, which one is the fucking one? But I got it. And luckily, when I went, after I was done at the scale house, when I went back to the truck and I turned the batteries on and I fired it up, it still had the red lines, but for some reason it shifted into drive. And I was able to make it up to the top of the hill, and I don't know, the red lines went away between the bottom of the hill and the top of the hill, and so I was able to back into the area where I was offloading into a frac tank instead of the pit, which I would like. I like the pit, always. I always like the pit, but whatever, the frac tank, I had to get my hydraulics hooked up and then get a bunch of hoses hooked up, and that's where I got fucking nasty as fuck, is he had shit all over, like the nice clean concrete was covered in fucking an inch layer of tar, nasty shit, and the hose that he wanted me to hook up was laid in the nasty tar shit. And then I had to unhook the hose from the frac tank, and the hose was full of tar, nasty black shit, and it was all over me, dude. Like I stayed completely clean all day, and then boom, I got fucking covered in this shit, and it smells like burnt flesh mixed with shit. And those are literal terms. That's what I smelled like. It smelled like burning human shit. So, got everything hooked up and got pumped off. Everything went well, and then I left. I had to do a U-turn at the landfill a couple of times. Luckily, the transmission didn't fuck up. I got back to the shop, fueled up, parked it, and my boss came in over the weekend, and he rearranged all the trucks in the entire yard because of me. Because I had double parked the 53-foot walking floor trailer against the 53-foot dry van. Because motherfuckers don't know how to park shit where it fucking goes. So, in the Monday meeting that we had, they went through all that shit, and I felt a little like, oh, I caused this, but I also was like, you know what? It's not just me. I wouldn't have double parked two fucking of the biggest things we have in the middle of the fucking aisle if people would just park shit where the fuck it goes, okay? And he had to have spent, an hour searching for keys and moving trucks around to get everything moved around. And I didn't think he wanted to pay me an hour to move trucks, of an hour of overtime on Friday to move trucks when I had already worked a long day. I don't remember what time I got off on Friday, but it was a long one. I don't even remember what I did on Friday. Doesn't matter. It's in the past. Don't look back. I have a book of every single job that I've done since I started working here. I have a little booklet that I write down every job and all my hours in. And I have one book for each year, and I'm about to start my fourth book, y'all. I'm about to be on my fourth year. Yeah, and then I got changed up, and then I got my boots, and then I went to my shoe store because I was shorted on my shoe. They didn't order enough shoes. Somebody else went in there, bought my shoe. I don't know. But I had to go to my shoe store because last week, whenever I bought shoe, I didn't get enough, to last for 2 weeks. So I had to go back to the shoe store, and I just grabbed a roll. But these guys, I don't know. My shoe guy is the same guy that stiffed me on the Alan Jackson concert tickets. And now I look in my shoe spot. It used to have 2 slots. There used to be 2 skull straight slots in the shoe board. And now there's only one. And I'm like, hey, listen, you already kicked me and knocked me down with the Alan Jackson concerts. Are you spitting on me now? Taking away some of my chew? Like, I need to have more chew. I don't know. I'm just kind of being funny about that, but it is kind of concerning whenever, the chew that I rely on, that I love, that I get for cheap at this place, and now there's less of it. I get a little worried. Okay? Are you going to keep buying my chew, please? I come here every 2 weeks for the last, 7 years. I've been here every 2 weeks buying $100 worth of chew. And I'm not even exaggerating the 7 years. I might be under-exaggerating the 7 years. This fucking piece of shit truck. Alright, I'm at a half tank. I'm going to keep on going. I'm not going to fuel up here. And then I went home, sat on the couch, hung out with the kids, played Fortnite, threw up, and then stopped doing everything with the kid after that. I was like, all right, I'm done. Threw up and don't feel good, even though I felt fine. I was like, I don't want to play with dolls, and I don't want to play Fortnite. I just want to fucking sit here and relax for a little bit. It was just one of them Mondays, It wasn't a bad Monday, but it wasn't a good Monday. I've had good Mondays in the past. I cherish those. Now I'm on a Tuesday. Woke up at 2 a.m. thinking I was late. I had a dream that I was late. And I was so glad when I wasn't late. And then I woke up again at 5, and I said, I don't need to go to work yet. I woke up again at 5:05. Said, I don't have to get up yet. 5:10. I don't have to get up yet. 5:15. 5:30. 5:45. 5:55. 6 o'clock. 6:05. 6. I was like, I better get up. I better get the fuck up. And yeah, everything went well. That's where I'm at now. And then I get to this place, and I had to drop a container off of the truck that I'm driving right now because they wanted me to take this truck instead of the other truck. I don't know why. No clue why. But don't you dare go, Enterprise. Rent a truck. Yeah, my boss called me this morning and had me switch into a different truck that was already loaded. I had to offload at the shop, just drop a box, not a big deal. And it's nice because the other truck, they said, does not have AC. So they switched me trucks. And I'm like, oh, dude, you're really pulling on my heartstrings. You actually thought about me? Because I had no problem driving the truck with no AC. Now, I would have had problems with it by now, because it's already 75 degrees out, and it's only 8:58 in the morning. It was 70 when I got in my car, so having AC today is actually a good idea. But I was like, whatever. It doesn't have AC, it's okay. Whatever, it'll be all right. I think those guys are you can't turn on the fucking circulation. If you turn the circulation on, it does not give you any AC. But if you leave the circulation off and crank it all the way up, but not all the way up, like 3/4 of the way up, because if you turn it all the way up, it'll overheat and it'll just turn off completely. I don't know, but I was fine with that. But he swapped me out with some other dude, which is nice. And this is actually the nicer truck. And then I had to call up my guy over at the place where I had to pick up the Has dumpster. Called him, said, I'll be there in a half hour. And got there. backed in to get loaded, and one guy walked up, he starts slapping stickers all over the fucking dumpster. I'm like, hey, I don't even need those stickers. He's like, yeah, you do. I'm like, we go through this every time. Placards are the only thing needed to be on this fucking dumpster. Those stickers are only going to get me into more trouble. He's like, no, yeah, you need the stickers because there's has in here. I'm like, the placards indicate that there's has in there. And if they want to know exactly what's in there, I don't want them reading your shitty Sharpie jumbled up fucking words, all that shit on it. I don't want that. I understand you have to have those labels on here for you at your yard, but I don't need those on for me to haul it on the highway, and it actually causes more of a problem. He's like, no, it doesn't. I'm like, okay, bye. And I got loaded up, I signed the paperwork, got the fuck out of there, and then as soon as I got loaded up, and I started the podcast with you guys. So here we are, headed to Hannibal. Now, I'm wondering, I think over in Hannibal, they had a bridge that went out, and they said it was going to be fixed by the end of the year. Now, it's not the end of the year yet, but I really don't like the detour they make me take. I really don't like it, but I guess that's what I have to do. I guess I have to. Whatever. Let me get over for this poor trucker. Pulled over on the side of the road. He's got his hood up. Something's going wrong with this truck. That ain't no good. I have an engine light on. Let's hope that doesn't become anything. Wink, wink. Cross my fingers, hope to die. Poke a tiger in the eye. Something like that. Halloween is coming up. Yeah, I already talked about the pumpkin patch. The kids were very upset we did not get pumpkins at the pumpkin patch. And they were actually reasonably priced pumpkins. They're like $8 a pumpkin, which isn't too bad. I mean, you get them way cheaper at the grocery store. So we got to go to the grocery store tonight because I have Thursday off, and that is Halloween, and that is when I will be carving a pumpkin with my son at his school, which is pretty cool. But I gotta get a couple other pumpkins. Wait, my daughter brought home like a miniature pumpkin, like the little tiny pumpkin thing, and she was so happy about it. And then she left it on the floor overnight, and the dogs ate it. Not good. It was not good. My daughter, oh yeah, she's still a freaking crazy woman. She's acting straight up like a Karen lately. And my wife is saying it has something to do, instead of giving her amoxicillin for her fever, infection, whatever the fuck she's got going on, they gave her something that's a little bit stronger. And I guess one of the side effects is mood changes, mood swings. And she is swinging from the vines of the mood, okay? She is just super happy, cute, happy, healthy, good, and then sick and dangerous for the smallest thing. What was she screaming about last night? It was something about, she did fine all day. While I was there, she was fine, and then at nighttime, that's what I woke up at 2 a.m. for, is she was in her room needing an exorcism. She was just flipping the fuck out. She had snot coming out of her nose, and she didn't know what to do. And it's like, grab a t-shirt. I don't know. And so my wife had given her a t-shirt. This was before she went to bed completely. And then that's when she woke up at 2 a.m. screaming her head off like she was dying. And it was because she couldn't find the shirt that she was supposed to wipe her nose on. Yeah, that's how we do it at our house, okay? You just find a shirt, wipe your nose on it. But just assume if there's kids' clothes and they're on the floor, there's snot slash shit slash chocolate on it. Just, it's all dirty. It's all dirty. It all needs to be washed. There's no sense in smelling it or looking at it. Just throw it in the fucking wash. It's all dirty. Oh, man. Man, oh, man, oh, man. I thought about dressing up for Halloween, but I don't think I want to. I mean, it would be cool, but what am I going to dress up as? For some reason, this car, I got into the fast lane to pass a van, and this car that's way ahead of me that has nobody around it got into the fast lane also. Like, they were looking in the mirror, they're like, oh, you are not going to pass me, you fucking truck. You are not going to pass me. Oh, now they're back in the slow lane. No blinker, just fucking weaving around. Might be drunk. Not sure. Anyways, if anything exciting happens, I'll let you know. Adios! Keep all 18 down. Have a great day.